Guys, what's going on? What is going on? Guys, it's day shift time. It's day shift time. Hey, Lenny, what's up, dude? Guys, we'll drop the link. Anyone who's coming up, guys, we'll do the first 20 minutes for everyone, and then the chat will go members only, right? So guys, make sure to call in. Appreciate that, guys. Let me share my screen here. guys. So this is going to be a couple of my themes here, right? This is going to be don't elect 304s, 3NN news, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Rajai, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Where are we here? UDX, how's it going? Adrian's here. What's going on, guys? You want to call in, guys? Hit the StreamYard button. You know what I'm saying? Because, guys, we'll do the first 20 minutes. And then we will do members only. So let me do this. And, guys, I'll probably cover the whole Diddy trial thing here pretty soon once the news is actually out more because it's not, actually, we might touch on it on tomorrow's live stream, but guys, there's still more news coming out, So, yeah, guys, let's break some news. Now, guys, the race card is out. All right, because guys, did you guys know that the trash men are actually on strike in Philadelphia? Guys, the trash is piling up in Philadelphia. Guys, look at this, and guys, guess what the mayor looks like? Lenny, Scott, UDX, Reza. To make all the sanitation workers go on strike, guys, what do you think the mayor of Philadelphia looks like? Put their description. What group of people in politics? Of course, ladies. Look at that. A B-dub, exactly. Only a B-dub could mess this up this bad. Let's go.
For already having a big impact on so many neighborhoods. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, very similar. This dumpster is overflowing. It has, gone past.
Look at that.
The brim here, and you can see the overflowing garbage on the sides as well. And as it stands, definitely smells like garbage, but every time someone decides to throw one of the garbage bags and add it to the top, there is a waft of that, garbage smell that you can really start to smell as people come along here. But, a lot of people have been stopping by, some who are just carrying bags of.
So, guys, the sanitation workers are on strike because the mayor gave herself and her staff like a 9% pay increase, but didn't give them any. So they put these dumpsters near the public parks and said, you got to put your trash, you got to either walk it there or put it in your car and drive it there. Clown world.
Trash, now they're just kind of dumping it right beside the dumpster. So a lot of people just frustrated by this experience. And a lot of people who I spoke to also saying they will not be taking for granted trash service and the people who do the job.
I think it's a little ridiculous because trash is a non-negotiable.
Up and down residential streets in Philadelphia, the trash was taken out but never picked up.
Honestly, just makes it super congested as well with everybody that's walking around and smelly, of course.
The city's largest municipal workers union, District Council 33, went on strike as soon as the clock struck midnight July 1st. Its 9,000 members work across city service departments, but the most visible impact so far are the sanitation workers on strike.
I was bummed because we had a lot of trash outside our house.
The city set up over 60 temporary drop-off sites like this one on 18th and Catherine Streets.
Bringing it for the elderly neighbors that can't really walk it over.
Some walked blocks with garbage bags in hand, while others pulled up and pulled out trash bags from their trunks.
This is ridiculous. There was no plan.
Ryan Thornburg and his neighbors in Graduate Hospital worry a mountain of garbage will attract unwanted pests.
They just told us to bring the trash to a corner. They didn't have the dumpster until, an hour ago? Pay the workers. This is ridiculous. Now we live next to a dump.
Guys, here's the thing. It wasn't just that the trash men weren't getting paid what they thought that they should be getting paid. It's that not that they said that they didn't have the funds, and then this knucklehead mayor gave herself a raise. Guys, look at that. Of course, guys. Of course.
Just like a woman.
Right? Steve M, what's up, dude? Eliminated, what's up, man? We break for scroll. Yeah, it's always sunny. Yeah. Kelvin, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual. Good to see you. Right on, man. Yeah, guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the join button for a membership. Guys, we'll do another 10 minutes, 15 minutes for everyone, and then the chat will go members only, guys. So make sure to either call in or become a member.
Had problems with rodents or anything like that on this block, so I'm hoping they'll do.
Yeah, guys, Philadelphia sucks, anyways. I mean, let's be honest. Guys, Philadelphia looks more and more like New York because New York sucks too. But guys, yep.
What they say.
Yeah. Neighbors were told the dumpster will be emptied tonight. But
right.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Tin Man, how's it going? Nomad, what's up, man? Yep, he says it's corrupt too. Yeah.
They'd really like to see is a new contract so the DC 33 strike can be over.
But I think it's really embarrassing because a lot of people are going to come to the city this week and there's going to be a ton of trash everywhere.
Solve it. Get it done.
It's hot. It's going to be smelly, but we'll survive.
Yes, it is definitely smelly. And like I said, every time someone throws a bag of trash, the smell just gets even stronger. The city is urging people not to leave their trash on their curbs. And if they're going to stop by one of these temporary drop-off sites, to do it.
That his city just raised property tax by 25% and gave themselves a 30% raise. And they're all Democrats, man. Demons, man. All of them. UDX, man. Thanks for your membership, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel, my good man. Appreciate that.
They're trying to set some boundaries at this point. And Jason, I mean, a lot of frustration from people as they come by here. And many people, again, just hoping that a contract.
You go. Now, guys, this was 17 hours ago. Here we go, guys.
It is day 2 of the strike impacting everything from trash to libraries, but court orders are sending some of the city's 9,000 striking workers back to work. Employees at the 911 call center and essential water department facilities, they have to return to their jobs. The court also ruled picketers cannot block access to city buildings and work sites or threaten, harass, or interfere with city employees or vehicles at city facilities. Picketers also can't block the delivery of products to city facilities. There can also only be a maximum 8 picketers outside a facility at a time, and they must be at least 10 feet away from the entrance. NBC 10's Brenna White live for us.
16th. So we recycle the United States. We throw everything in one recycle bin, and then the recycle centers have automatic sorting things. But guys, that varies state by state. Because in Washington State, where I lived, everyone was super good about recycling. But in Texas, they did not give a damn. So it varies from state by state, how good the recycling is. But I would say, New York, New Jersey, the West Coast is good about recycling. But places like Texas, Alabama, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So
in South Philadelphia with more on what is next. Brenna.
Yeah, less than 30 hours into this strike, and we are seeing the trash piling up. This at 18th and Catherine is one of about 60 drop-off sites designated.
Use your outside voice, whoever this reporter is, you know. But hey, you know, she can get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
By the city, and you can see the trash that's piling up here is taller than me in some cases. It's halfway up this stop sign. I mean, it's just piling up beyond the dumpster. Absolutely. The summer heat definitely not helping the smell situation, I can tell you, being out here. And it's not the only spot in the city that's teeming with trash. Our cameras have seen bags piling up near dumpsters throughout Philadelphia. The city has asked people to bring their trash to one of these 63 designated spots, but in some cases the sites were already full, as we're seeing here, or people were greeted by closed gates. We also saw some confrontations going on between residents and picketers. The mayor criticized picketers for what she called vandalism, opening up fire hydrants near these sites and parking cars in front of some trash facilities. In response to an injunction filed by the city, a judge ruled picketers need to stay 10 feet away from facilities where they're striking so as not to block people from bringing trash to one of the drop-offs. Many striking workers are asking you not to problem solve in this situation as a bargaining tool against the city. Mayor Parker maintains her administration is standing by its offer, which they call historic.
District Council.
I see. There she is, guys. There's the mayor. There's the mayor, guys. And guys, what do we always say about these females in politics, guys?
A woman in politics is like a donkey doing calculus.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Gregory, look, I'm not the biggest fan of unions either, but guys, the mayor here is the issue. Because not only did she not give them any type of a raise, she gave herself and her staff a big raise. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to kick him in both testicles? 16th for the $20, man. Appreciate that, my friend. Thanks so much for the support, my friend. Thanks for that.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Appreciate that, man.
33 has never been offered a contract of this value by any mayor in over 30 years in the city of Philadelphia. And I'm proud to be the mayor of this city who delivered in a tangible way. Now we just have to get back to the table.
Don't take it to those dumps that she's suggesting, but try to hold on to it until this is resolved.
Why are you saying that?
Because all that's doing is helping her keep us from not getting what we want.
We asked the city what residents should do if they can't find anywhere to get rid of their trash. They asked for patience as they navigate a solution. They say they're working on bringing in more trucks to get rid of the trash. The director of the city's Clean and Green initiative says this city generates some 2,000 tons of trash per day.
Damn.
So you can expect to see it piling up in spots all throughout the city, even on our...
Imagine, guys, once the rats start coming, right? And they were saying there's people offering private services to actually take some of this stuff away. Hold on. All right, guys, here we go. Let's do this. Look at this, guys. Look at this.
You on strike. It's a strike. You on strike. You crossing the line. At local 27. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm not worried about none of that. It's a strike zone. It's a strike zone. We on strike. It's a strike line. Come on, kid. Come on with that, man. You know the rules, bro. I got you. You know the rules, man. You're on strike, man. We on strike, my man. We on strike, man. We not moving nothing. We not moving nothing. We on strike. And that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Respectfully, my man. Respectfully, we on strike.
Look at that, guys. Black Pill Daniels. What's up, dude? Jimmy Hicks is here, guys. All these cities, Philadelphia, New York, Boston, they could all fall off in the ocean. DK, man, thanks for the super sticker again, man. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication and I want my croutons, please.
Lenny, man, thanks for the $3, man. Appreciate that.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Calvin said the rats are gonna have a party. Yeah. Yep.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the seat.
Respectfully. Tell them to the police.
There you go, guys. Look at this. Look at this.
And as you just heard, union members want people to leave their trash outside of their homes as a way to send a message to the mayor. However, many people are taking their garbage to the...
Steve said, what's going on? Guys, the Philadelphia sanitation workers are on strike. So now trash is piling up in that hellhole of a city, you know?
Sanitation sites. This one at 18...
Global One, how's it going, man? Ivan, what's up, man? We break for Scroll. What's up, man?
Catherine Street's looking like it's overflowing. And some people taking their garbage to the sanitation sites are making extra cash while they're doing it. NBC 10's Johnny Archer is live in South Philadelphia with more on that. Johnny?
It's not just looking like it's overflowing. It's definitely overflowing here at 18th and Catherine. This is one of the drop-off locations in the city where people can bring their trash. But as you can see, it's overflowing out of that dumpster here onto the sidewalk and even onto the street. And I can tell you that I can already smell this garbage now. And I can't imagine when the sun comes out and starts to heat things up, how it's going to smell and how the folks in this neighborhood are going to feel about that. My photographer and I went to several other neighborhoods where people are just leaving their trash on the sidewalks, and those piles of trash are likely going to grow if the strike continues. But I did notice on social media that there are several people who are saying they'll come pick up your trash for you.
Are they going to show up in a limo like on It's Always Sunny? You remember that, guys?
It's day one of District Council 33 on strike, and trash in Philadelphia is already starting to pile up.
You see it now. It's all over the place. And that's just one day, 1 week. So I made that call. I'm getting it done.
That's South Philadelphia resident making the call to White Owl Dumping and Hauling.
And when we first heard the strike going on, you know, I got family down here. We don't want to live in this dirty city. So figure, you know what? How can we help?
Gabriel Vargas is just one.
There you go. You got to grind. You got to make some money, right? Yeah, Scott, there you go. See? Look at this. Guys, this is why men are always going to be okay, right, guys? This is why men are going to always, because, guys, I need you to put a 1 in this chat right now. If you would be just like Gabriel here getting that money. Getting that money. You know what I'm saying? Man, I wish I had a truck. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. 1. Gregory says 1. Calvin says 1. Tin Man says 1. Look at this, guys. Guys, how many trips would you make in your truck hauling this trash?
It's over 9,000.
Now I'd be getting that money. Shoot, man.
One of several people popping up on social media offering services for a fee to remove trash since the strike started Tuesday at 12 a.m. District Council 33 representing some 9,000 blue-collar city workers, including sanitation. The union looking for better pay and benefits.
I had friends and family directly involved in it, and I want the best for them, just like I want the best for myself.
Yeah.
Elliot Jackson recently started a new freight business, which he named after his kids, Enzo Renee Freight.
I bought a truck a week before the city go on strike, and now my phone won't stop ringing.
Let's go! Let's go! Guys, give homeboy here a round of applause, right, guys? Give him a round of applause. Guys, I would be out. Yeah, exactly. Real men to the rescue. Facts. Taft says men have the ability and the capacity to adapt no matter what. Facts. Dude, I would, man, shoot. Guys, I'd be doing 15, 16-hour shifts. I'd be getting that money. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Crash around Philadelphia. Today he was in the Strawberry Mansion area, a neighborhood where he grew up.
Pretty busy? Very busy.
And on day one?
Day one just killed me, smacked me. Look at my clothes.
Yeah, this is not a pretty sight here at 18th and Catherine.
Yeah, guys, got to get that money. Got to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. All right, guys. We'll do one more story here, guys.
Iowa has become.
Yo, check this out, guys. Check this out. Hold on. Look at this, guys. Guys, have you heard this? Just yet? Check this out, guys.
Iowa has become the first state in the country to remove gender identity from its civil rights code.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Iowa! Guys, give Iowa a round of applause. Look at that, guys. Joshua says this is his favorite channel. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
The law signed back in February took effect Tuesday, July 1st. The move means transgender and non-binary people in the state are no longer legally protected from discrimination when it comes to housing, employment, and other aspects of daily life.
Let's go. Let's go.
The law also defines male and female based on person's reproductive organs at birth.
Let's go. Guys. How based is Iowa? Guys, rate Iowa on the based-o-meter.
It's over 9,000.
Let's go. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Guys, we'll do like 5 more minutes, and then the chat will go members only. So, guys, hit the join button or hit the StreamYard link to call in. So
Iowans are no longer allowed to change the sex designation on their birth certificate. Since the law passed, members of the transgender community have raised concerns about losing basic rights. One attorney told KCRG in Cedar Rapids that federal and local laws may still offer some protections in the workplace, but when it comes to housing, it could be a different story. Another lawyer said landlords face less oversight, making it easier to discriminate without consequences. Iowa's governor defended the law, saying it protects women and girls.
It's common sense to acknowledge the obvious biological differences between men and women. In fact, it's necessary to secure genuine equal protection for women and girls. These common sense protections were at risk because before I signed this bill, the Civil Rights Code blurred the biological line between the sexes.
Another major change that took effect Tuesday, the state's Medicaid program will no longer cover gender-affirming surgery or hormone therapy.
Let's go! Guys, so much good news in such a little amount of time. Let's go! Look at that, guys. Look at that. Man, you know what, Iowa? You're going to get yourself... That's how based Iowa is. Let's go.
As part of Iowa's Health and Human Services budget changes.
Look at that, guys. Guys, Iowa threw down the gauntlets, man. They drew clear battle lines, guys.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die.
Look at that, guys. Now, guys, here we go. Now, for those of you guys that are longtime supporters of the channel, you guys might remember this chick. Okay. Other than my keep men and women separate in the workplace video that has like 137,000 views, this was the second video that I had that actually hit like, I think it has like 30,000 views or something like 40,000 views. That's this chick right here. And fair use, YouTube. Fair use, by the way. Fair use. She's going to go on and on and on about how she just can't work full-time. How working full-time is just not cool. It's just not, something that we're supposed to be doing as human beings, right? Adam, what's up, dude? Quentin, how's it going? Who did I miss? Vintage, how's it going, man? Yeah, guys. So, guys, here we go, right?
Just working full time. I work 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. every single day. I have my days off, obviously, and I do alternate weekends. So 1 week I do 4 days a week, and then the next I do 6 days. 6 days in a row. And let me tell you, that 6 day week, I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, that 6 day week is it's like torture to the brain. Obviously I work with other people who they do the 6 day week as well, but it doesn't seem to affect them mentally as much as it does me. They just kind of get on with it. I feel like,
yeah, hella weird. Facts. Because facts. Yeah, he says all these women who had frowned at the thought of dating a sanitation worker doesn't mean to hear us. Guys, where are the feminists to work these sanitation jobs, right? Right, guys? Where are all the women out there pulling up in their trucks? Where are all the lesbians pulling up in their Subarus to haul this trash?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Right?
God, no one cares, do they? But I'm really struggling with work, and I find that I work so much. I work so many hours.
40 hours a
my
week,
days
guys.
off. All I'm thinking about is when is my next day off, and oh shit, I'm back to working on Monday morning. Like I think about that Friday evening, and it's like, how do I savor this day off? How do I savor this weekend off? And I spend the whole time trying to savor it that I don't really savor it. I'm having a rethink of my career choices. I'm rethinking everything. I'm trying to map out a new way of doing things, because here's the thing. The hours and everything are all too much, and that's all one thing. But I really don't think this is the whole thing, by the way. The whole point of this is that I've come to the realization that I can't live an average life.
Guys, put a 1 if you've been outside the United States, right? If you've been to Southeast Asia, if you've been to Mexico, if you've been to South America, you've been to Africa. You guys think that people in Vietnam or people in friggin' Lesotho or people in Paraguay know what a 40-hour work week is, guys? Think about that for a second. They say that America works the highest average amount of hours for civilized countries or for Western countries. But guys, in places where you farm, you get up before the sun comes up and you work until the sun goes down. And this chick is acting like somehow this is hard. Absolutely insane. What is going on?
I can't do it. I can't do this 9 till 6 shit every day. I'm not mentally equipped for it. I can't do this until I'm like 75. I can't wake up, see the same place every single day, and then until I die. And even if I do move to a different job, I can't do it. I can't do these hours that are so repetitive and so every day. It's like Groundhog Day.
This is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. To have to jump on the train, right? Jump in the car and drive to some job that you hate. For what? Instead of being like in the 50s and the 60s, right? Where women worked, but it was in the neighborhood, it was close to the house, right? Come on, man. This is what they wanted, guys. This is the result of feminism.
I can't. It's not good for me. I spend all my days off thinking about when my next day off is, or I think about shit, you have to savor this day off because it's going to end in like 12 hours. I'm counting it down. Like today, it's 3 o'clock already, which means.
Well, guys, make sure you are subbed, guys. I am trying to hit 16,000 subs, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a few subs away. So guys, stop. Take a second. Hit that subscribe button. Laughing man, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Digital, what's up, man? Guys, the chat is going to go members only. So, guys, make sure to either call in if you want to contribute or become a member, guys.
Yeah, I like to round things up. So that means it's basically the evening time. Like it's about 4 o'clock, and then it'll be 6, and then dinner, and then go to bed, and then I've got to go back to work tomorrow. So the day's basically over, isn't it? It is really, isn't it? Here's the plan. I'm not sure you know, how effective it is as of now. But let me walk you through it. So I need to get famous.
You stupid woman. It's been so long since I watched this. Yeah, when he says clown world.
Quickly. Guys, I can't do this anymore. I can't do the working anymore. I can't be that person. I'm not. Some people have a brain to work their entire lives and then die. I can't do it. Some people are so okay with it and so comfortable with it. I don't want to settle for just, it's whatever, or I'm comfortable. Because there's the thing of working full time as well, and I hope some people can relate. Because I was talking to my colleague about this, and we were going on such a tangent because it's so true. It is so easy to get sucked into to get sucked into a job and be comfortable. Because when you see the same place every day, the same people every day, do the same job every day, your brain starts to think, oh, it's my second home. Oh, this is what I do other than being at home. Let me tell you something. The job that I have now, I started it back in February. I've almost been there a year. I started it. It was just a way of getting some money before I found like waitressing job. I was just job hopping. I've now been there a year, and the reason I've been stuck it out for a year is because I got comfortable. I got too fucking comfortable. It's like they gave me a fucking blankie and a pillow.
Now, guys, here's the thing. Us guys don't think like this, right? Guys, my job, guys, I don't know. A lot of women feel this incessant need to have some rewarding job that they enjoy, right? Guys, if you honestly think that men think this way,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
guys, us men can work a job we hate as long as we feel like we're being compensated well enough, right, guys? Guys, I don't even talk about work because work, it allows me to afford having a nice personal life. You know what I'm saying? My job funds my personal life. That's it. That's all it's there for. Guys, so I'm 44. If I was going to cure cancer, I'd have done it already, right? If I was going to go to the moon, I'd have been there, you know? Guys, get a job that's not too stressful, that pays good, and move on down the line. Tim Hicks says, my dad used to say that you don't have to work sleeping on park benches for free. Yeah. Yep. That's true. And guys, if work was supposed to be fun, it'd be called playtime. It's work. And guys, anything can become work. Everyone thinks that your favorite musicians having fun, guys. No, even all the touring that they do, all the media, that can become annoying. You know what I'm saying? And stressful.
Like, welcome. Do this every single day for a year now. Okay. I just don't want to blink and be 25 and still working there. I love the place. I love the people. But I can't do the same.
Remember what she just said, okay? She doesn't want to blink and still be working there because there's a follow-up.
Mundane shit every day until I die. Here's the thing. I'm learning a lot about myself at the moment, thanks to therapy and thanks to like just self-evaluation and just things that I've learned. And you know what? I have a lot of potential. I have
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm very creative. I can go really far.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
When you realize that, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? But like I was saying about the whole job thing, it is so easy to get sucked into this thing of being too comfortable. And I don't know, you start to... Because when you're working every single day, it becomes, once you get into the routine of working every single day and getting into the same routine all the time, it's so hard to think outside of that. It's so hard to look at the bigger picture, which I'm usually quite good at doing 9 times.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
But when you're working the same job every day, doing the same thing and getting comfortable with that, it becomes hard to put yourself out of that. It has become hard for me to put myself outside of my job and realize
This is just excuses, guys. This is excuses. Guys, all of us here have hobbies, other things we do to make money, and we do this while we work. Guys, I've always worked. Even during grad school and undergrad, I had 2 jobs. What are you talking about? You guys know how many people that even are famous had regular jobs? Guys, that's like 90% of people who aren't working in college should have a job. Guys, you cannot tell me that college takes up enough time to where you can't work. Come on, man. And I had a real major in college. These dunderheads are majoring in underwater lesbian studies, right? And trying to say that they can't work because they're in school. Please.
There are better things I could be doing and like furthering myself and all that shit. So yeah, I'm looking at some potential career paths that I might take. Paths. Really dry mouth. So yeah, I've been looking at some potential career paths that I want to venture down that I'm really excited about, and I haven't been excited about something in a while. And that's a good sign. That is a sign that you're getting comfortable in the job that you're in. If I had to say anything to anyone working full-time who feels a bit stuck, never settle
for being an adult. For being an adult, you're supposed to work full-time at least. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Only women can think this way. Only women can think this way. To think that working full-time is optional is absolute clown world. Guys, I haven't done this in a while. Hold on, guys. I haven't done this in a while. Guys, come on. Clown world! What the fuck is going on, guys? I always swear during these daytime lives. I try to not swear, but what the fuck is going on? Guys, I haven't watched this in so long, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, guys, look at that. Guys, this is when we say that women in general live life on easy mode, these 304s. Because, guys, all of us guys, we have like the Lamborghini Diablo or the Gallardo or the Ferrari or whatever on our wall with a poster or whatever. We had whatever. Guys, we knew we had to work for it. We knew that if we were going to go on a nice trip, we had to pay for it. If we were going to have a big house, we had to pay for it. If we were going to have a Ferrari, we had to pay for it. These chicks will look at something and be like, someone should give that to me. I'm entitled to someone giving that to me.
Okay, never settle for just being comfortable. There is so much more out there. There's so much more you can do. I haven't got there yet. I haven't gotten myself there yet. But I know that it exists. I know there's so much more to life than 9 till 6 every day. So I'm getting there. I just know that if I don't get out now, I'll be working at the place I work at for like the next 25 years. I just can't do it. I haven't lived my life yet. I've still got a lot to do. But the things I've learned so far are leading me towards a better quality of life. And let me tell you those things. Always challenge yourself. Recognize your own potential. Never settle for something that's just okay. Or never settle with being comfortable. I'm gonna go to therapy.
I have to go to therapy.
And I'm just trying to tell you that I have mental health issues. I'm extremely distraught. I feel like my whole life is ending.
Yeah, guys, just go to therapy. God, how many times she can name drop therapy? Right, I seriously really have to go.
All right, guys. So So this is her. Hold on. Hold on. History. So guys, this is a year later, guys.
I wanted to talk about.
This is a year later. I'm still struggling working full time. Look at that. What about the potential, right? What about being creative, right? You know? Fair use, YouTube. Fair use, okay? Guys, what happened to all... Look at that. Tim hits me. This is in England, man. I mean, come on. There's no sun in England, right? Come on.
Out, or more or less do a follow-up to the video I made 2 years ago. I think it's 2 years.
2 years ago.
Called The Reality of Working Full Time. This has been a long time coming. I've been meaning to make this video for so long now, and I'm finally got around to it. And I think I've collected my thoughts well enough to do it now. So we're just going to jump right in. It's really bittersweet to see the amount of comments, because all of them are saying that they resonate with me.
And they were supporting her, and yeah, go on, girl. You got this.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
But guys, do you guys think that she progressed at all? No.
What I'm saying. I mean, the subject matter of the video was about how bloody depressed I was working full time. And a lot of the comments, and I get comments on my new videos as well saying, oh, you know, what are you doing now? What are you up to? Are you still working full time? I get a lot of questions like that. So I thought I'd just do it all in bulk and just do like a video now about it, and just where I am and stuff. So just a bit of a backstory. I filmed that video 2.5 years ago or something like that. And at the time, I was working in retail. I didn't really explain where I was at the time of that video, but basically I was working full-time in retail. I was doing about 40 hours a week at this job.
40 hours a week. Oh, guys. Oh, come on, man, right? Oh, slave labor, please.
I did. And looking back, this is insane, but I did 6-day weeks. 6-day weeks are not on. I mean, I don't see the point of it. You have enough staff to, I mean, you should have enough staff to disperse the workload and to disperse the presence on shop floor or whatever. There is enough people to do that. So why am I working 6 days in a row? It still doesn't make any sense to me. The thing with retail is that there's not a lot of room to progress unless you really want to spend the next 10 years of your life there. And for what? To be like a store manager? Because that's not really good for you if that's what you want to do. But that really is not a fulfilling dream of mine. So unless you really want to progress, it really is it's a dead-end job. I mean, I hate to say it, but it really is. There's no real room for growth. But I did kid myself for a few years, and I thought, well, maybe I can work my way up. And I tried. I was great at my job. I was absolutely fantastic. I had such a great working ethic, and I do everywhere I go. But this job in particular, I really excelled. I still feel like to this day it was not recognized. I burnt myself out trying to please others.
Red Door says she looks like the vegan type. Solomon says she can always sell feet pics.
And really, I really pushed the boat out. I really did my best with that job, and the recognition just wasn't there. I did end up leaving that job. I ended up leaving retail, left the garden centre behind, and I went to work in an office. When I complained to people about working in retail, they always said, Vic, just go work in an office. They were like, you'd love it. Weekends off, no more 6-day weeks. You wouldn't feel as burnt out.
You know, you just sit at your desk all day and just kind of mind your own business and you do your own thing. You don't have to worry about the pressures of recognition and stuff. It's very much, you know, you stay in your lane and you do your thing. And I was like, you know what, that sounds like I can do that.
Now, do you guys think that she's happy doing that? Right? Of course not.
That sounds great. I accepted the first office job that I got offered through my applying, and I'm still there to this day. So I left retail and I went into the world of conveyancing, which isn't my dream job either, to be honest. I thought working in an office was going to be a breeze. I thought, you know what, no more weekends. I can just sit at my desk and I can be a lazy sod. I was like, life's going to be a breeze working 9 till 5, because previously at my retail job I was working 9 till 6. The grass is definitely not greener on the other side.
If I had hair, I would be pulling it out, dude. Oh God, guys, these knuckleheads are so lazy. Fair use, YouTube, by the way. Colin, I made this video on this chick. How long ago? And I haven't watched these videos she's done since then. Let's see, videos. I made this video 2 years ago. And it still just amazes me, like, having watched this before, guys. This is the quintessential modern woman. This is the quintessential Gen Z, young millennial, lazy, good for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? And these chicks will be this way, but then, guys, these chicks try and talk out of both sides of their neck, right? Because they want to be strong and independent and talk about, oh, we're outperforming men. Anything you can do, I can do better, blah, blah, blah.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
But then they're saying this in the same breath, right? Working 40 hours a week is basic. It's basic. If you're a guy and you're not working 40 hours a week, like, seriously? Come on. You're a bum. Come on, dude. I know guys that are missing limbs that still manage to work 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're young. Guys, if you're young, if you're anywhere between 18 and maybe 29, you should be working at least 60 hours a week. At least.
Yeah.
When you're in your 30s, then hopefully the one job that's your main job is starting to pay you enough to where you can just worry about that job. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, here's that. Yeah, if you want to whine about a pay gap. Yeah.
There are so many cons to working in an office that people don't tell you.
Here we go.
Sure, having a weekend off every weekend is nice, but I can't do things like I can't go to the post office, I can't go to the bank, I can't go shopping without it being so busy. I can't get parked anywhere on a weekend. Like, there's things that people just don't tell you about. When I worked in retail, I had every Wednesday off, so I could go to the dentist. I could make.
So, in other words, guys.
Doctor's appointments. Do you know how hard it is to get a doctor's appointment when you work 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m.? It's impossible. So I've gone from doing 40 hours a week to like 35 or something. So it really hasn't made a world of difference. I'm still working full time. I still feel incredibly burnt out. I feel like working Monday to Friday, 9 till 5:30 every day, plus a combined 10-hour commute for the week. Where's the time to do it?
Colin. Man, break out the old slave hymns, right?
Right.
Swing low, sweet chariot, right? Because she's just out here working in slave labor, guys. Come on, man. Yeah, Chris Mike said it. The working 40 hours a week is a luxury. Look at that, guys. What a joke. Guys, this is how they are, though, right? And these are the same chicks who want to be entrepreneurs. They want to be, end up being some CEO. Hey, ladies, CEOs, business owners, they don't get days off. They're working 80-hour weeks, 90-hour weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and these are also the same broads who there's nothing but stay-at-home wives or moms, whatever, and they demand to have a nanny take care of the kid during the day while they're doing nothing but sitting their fat ass on the goddamn couch.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they want maids to come in and clean the house. Well, again, they're doing nothing but sitting their goddamn fat asses on the goddamn couch.
Did you ever see The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
No.
Oh, you guys, do yourself a favor this weekend and watch this movie. First of all, young Rebecca De Mornay. You know what I'm saying? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
A pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
She is fine, fine, fine. Guys, put a 1 if you've seen this movie, right? So Rebecca De Mornay is in this, and and then young Julianne Moore, and then this chick, she was hella fine back in the day too. Do you ever see The Sopranos, Colin?
No, actually, I haven't.
This is a chick that played Tony's crazy girlfriend. Anyways, so this is about this chick, and something happens, and this chick is responsible. The chick is for her losing her pregnancy. So she becomes the family's nanny and starts making their life a living hell. It's so good, dude. This is such a good movie. Guys, you need to check this movie. Yeah. It's so good, man. It's so good. But anyways, so the husband's an architect, right? And the wife's a stay-at-home mom. They hire a nanny because she wants to, quote, unquote, work on her greenhouse. So she needs to have a nanny so she can work on her what? So this guy has to pay a nanny for his stay-at-home wife. Absolutely insane. What a joke. So anyways, guys, check it out. Great movie. So
anything that
Carlos X, what's up, dude?
do you know what I mean? So to cut a long story short, I'm still not really happy where I am.
It's not about being happy, you dunderhead. Guys, this is the difference between men and women. These chicks actually expect their jobs to make them happy. Right. Guys, I can't think of a job that I've ever had that I actually enjoyed and that made me happy. The pay made me happy. You know what I'm saying? Because my expectation is not to ever be like happy at my job. Because you know what, honestly, because I don't have a dream job. I don't want to work. I know that I have to, but because I don't want to have to be anywhere. My dream scenario is to get paid to just be me. You know what I'm saying? Is to show up, wake up, get a check. But I realize that's never going to happen. These chicks honestly think that that's something they can pull off. Guys, I am trying to hit 16,000 subs, guys. So please make sure you are subbed, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys, stop. Take a second. Hit that that subscribe button, okay?
Yeah, it's nice having
and Colin, we've talked about the employer-employee relationship. Guys, make sure to hit the StreamYard link if you want to call in. Guys, the employer-employee relationship. Guys, you are trying to get as much money out of your employer for the least amount of work, and they're trying to get the most work out of you for the least amount of pay. Yeah. That's it. You guys aren't friends. You're not buddies. You're not team members. You aren't whatever all these stupid terms that these corporations use. No, it's blood sport. That's all it is. So
weekends off, and I suppose there are some perks to my new job, but I'm still working full time, and having a full time job, especially at my age, is soaking up a lot of my prime time. I did watch my reality of working full-time video just before this, just to kind of brief myself. And I think I was more visibly frustrated back then because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I still don't. I don't have a dream. I don't have a dream.
Remixer says the most of my colleagues feel like NPCs anyways.
Hey, AJ.
So funny. I don't know.
So AJ, I'm sorry, dude. I gotta ask a really, really dumb question. What?
So funny.
What is an NPC? I'm sorry.
A non-player character. You know how you're walking around in like Grand Theft Auto, and there's just people there. They're just like in the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Okay, now I get it. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
I just imagine just Remixer in his office, like Homeboy on Fight Club. You remember how he's just sitting there like, and the people just walking by him like hella fast and just kind of just stuck.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh man. You're in a simulation and no one's got anything good to say. They're just kind of there.
Dream job. I don't have a goal. To be honest, my dream job is to just not work. You know, I think that's everyone's dream job. I just don't want to do this anymore. It just seems so monotonous. I don't know why we subject ourselves to it.
Because you fought for it. Because you voted for it. Because these chicks, guys, women have always worked. It was rich white chicks who didn't work, right? But middle class, well, there was no middle class until the 50s and the 60s. But before that, guys, there was the poor, there was the working class, and then there was the rich. Okay?
Yeah.
Below rich, the women worked.
Yeah.
They worked. And guys, you could even say even the ones that stayed in the house worked. Guys, there was no washing machines for clothes. There was no dishwashers. There was no friggin' microwaves. Guys, and they had 5 kids. If you were running a house, there was no suburbs even. So people lived in rural areas or in the city. So they had to get all their kids ready because their husband's already gone in the morning. Get them off to school. Actually, start a fire, right? Go and get the eggs and all that other stuff. And then make breakfast from scratch. From scratch on a stove where they had to keep a fire burning, right? Get the kids off to school, clean the house, do the clothes by hand, hang the clothes on the clothesline by hand, right? That was a lot of work. It took all day, you know? So,
I choose to do this. I didn't choose.
But for the most part, when they were in between doing all of that, chicks worked retail. They were nurses. They worked in like a more neighborhood economy. You know what I'm saying? And the money came in and stayed in the community. People would babysit other people's kids. They would make crafts to sell. They would work at the market. They would there were some who were secretaries. There were some who were front desk people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
is to be born into this lifestyle, but I have to do it. We all have to do it. And it's just taken such an adverse effect on my mental health, honestly. Working full time and not having time for yourself is just so crippling. It's just not. I can't remember the last time I did something for myself. I just don't have the time.
Whose fault is that? Guys, in college, I was in class doing homework, crushing it in the gym, and working 2 jobs and still finding time to go out, drink, party, bang chicks, go on trips. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Guys, she's the type of person where she wants life to happen to her instead of her to happen to life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
time. I don't have the time. I love making videos, right? But I don't have the time to do it. Do you know what I mean? And it's a hobby. It's something that
Oh, please, guys, how many times do we see like YouTubers and TikTokers that are plumbers, truckers, mechanics, guys that are working real jobs, and somehow they manage to make a YouTube video? You know what I'm saying? Guys, making YouTube videos is not hard. It's not that hard. It's not that time consuming, right?
Yeah.
Especially her, where all she does is just talk into a camera. You know what I'm saying? That's all she does.
that I enjoy, but I just don't have time to do it. Time seems to be a reoccurring theme here. Another crazy thing I've noticed about working full-time in an office is how much my body has changed. This is the worst thing for me. Oh my God, it's awful. So when I worked in retail, I was practically running all the time. I was walking up and down, carrying goods everywhere. Like I really pushed my body to its limits. Like I would go home and ache.
Push your body to the limits. Working retail, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Most nights. I don't know how many steps I did every day, but it was well over 10K. It was insane. So going from that to a sit-down office job, my body hates me now. My metabolism has it's just depleted. It's awful. My body just isn't good at breaking down food anymore because I'm sat down all the time. And don't even get me started on how, it's just so against human nature to sit down for 8 hours a day. It's wrong. It's so wrong. I don't understand why why is it so normalized? I don't understand that. How many hours is that a week? Over 30 hours a week.
Well, guys, here's the thing. Once again, all of these chicks, they saw all of these men in these high-rise skyscrapers sitting and working these jobs and thought, oh, we want to do that too. We want to do that too. We said, we don't think that that's a good idea. And guys, what did they say?
How dare you?
Right? And now here they are. This is what they wanted. This is what they voted for.
That's on my ass. Can you believe that? That's insane. I really don't like it. And I admire people who are happy sitting down for their job every day because I don't think I can do it. I think when you express your misery to people about working full time, they usually say things like, oh, well, everyone does. Everyone hates their job. Everyone's unhappy. But why is that the norm? Why are we all unhappy working? That's not.
Because this is what you voted for. This person says, what blows my mind is average person works for 5 days a week, but only gets 2 days to themselves. Look at that, man.
Doesn't really make sense to me. Surely we should change that. We're not going to change. We're just going to keep going as it is. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do. To be honest, I really don't know where to go. And when I was watching that video back, I kept talking about career paths.
Yeah.
Still don't know how to say it. I don't know what I was talking about then. Because I don't know what I want to do. I genuinely don't. I have ideas and fleeting thoughts of what I think I want to do, but none of them are really concrete. I think it's important to know that there are always people that feel the same way as you, and not in a sense of, oh, everyone's miserable, just in the sense of you're not the only one that feels stuck. I've spent most of my young adult years wondering what the hell I want to do with my life because I don't know. And I know for a fact I don't want to do this. I don't.
There you go.
Now, you know what she spent most of her young adult years doing. She was spreading her legs.
She was letting Liam and friggin' Wilberforce and and Column.
Oh wait, you call me? Oh damn! How'd you know?
No, Column, COLM, Column.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a UK AF name right there. So
Want to work full time. Don't get me wrong, I would work full time doing something I love, but I think what doesn't help is that a lot of us aren't doing what we love full time, you know. And I've said this to so many people.
Only children think that way. I should be able to do what I love full time. Please.
Lately, but when I find myself getting stressed at work, something that always comes to mind is that, oh my God, I'm getting stressed over a job that I don't even like, you know. And I think to myself, I wish I could get stressed about a job where I love what I'm doing. The thing that really annoys me is that employers have a really skewed view of what employees want in terms of perks and incentives.
Here we go, guys.
I've talked about this a lot throughout this video. But
No, they don't. No, they don't. Because they don't care. Because for the most part, employers don't care. You guys, once again, this chick doesn't understand. You were trying to get as much out of your employer for the least amount of work, and they're trying to get the most out of you for the least amount of pay. Period. Point blank, period. That's how it works.
I really value time. I value time off. I value holiday. And holiday allowance is a lot stingier in an office job. In terms of employers, I feel like they look at their employees and think, how can we make them want to come, you know, how can we make them want to enjoy their job? How can we keep them here? You know what I mean? And they do things like, I don't know, giving out a bottle of wine, or, you know, providing snacks and getting someone in to bring donuts into the office and stuff like that. And it's like, no, people just want time off. People just want time off. Even if it's something like letting us go home early every Friday or something. You can keep all of your perks. You can keep all of your incentives. I just want time off. Just give the people a little bit more holiday allowance, and I'm sure they would appreciate it. And there's always the argument of, but we need people in, and we need, you know, this is a busy season, we can't have people on holiday. People don't enjoy work. You know, if you're like me and you're just trying to make ends meet, the chances are you don't enjoy your job. And I think employers just don't understand that we just value time off. We value time off. We make our money, and we don't really even get time to spend it. Stop dangling carrots and just genuinely give staff what they want. Give them time away from the company. Give them time.
She's both right and wrong. So guys, they enjoy time off. They enjoy their time at work, even if it means having to put in 50, 60 hours, because they don't have to go home to a broad like this.
Yeah, that's true. Never happy, ever. Have the best life. Even if she did have a great job, she still finds something to complain about. You guys know who's like this? My sister. Guys, my older sister, oh my gosh. Dude, she gets paid a lot to do jack, and she still whines and complains. I'm like, are you serious? There's someone out there digging a ditch that's making 1/10 of what you make. You have the nerve to whine and moan and think everyone's out to get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time away from retail, from the shop floor, from their colleagues, because we have our own friends and families, you know, and I just think giving us more time outside of work will only benefit you as an employer. I don't know. That's a whole other thing. I just think employers should give employees a lot more time off. I get really hot-headed about holiday allowance and time off. I think I'm done. Here. My work here is done. I just wanted to give you a little update and just show you where I am and stuff.
In the same place. Hold on. I think she had one more follow-up. I don't think this chick posts anymore. I don't think. Hold on.
Listen, I've got some time to kill. My oven is preheating. I've got a cheese and oregano pie that I'm going to put in there.
Oregano?
But until then, I've got some time to kill, so I thought I'd come on here and talk to you. Not like I've got anywhere else to be. My Twitch has been indefinitely suspended.
Oops.
I may hide behind smiles, but I am dying on the inside. It's just a bit unfair, isn't it, really? the worst part is that it takes so long for them to even look at your appeal. So, you know,
she's aged a lot. This is like 2 years. This is a year ago. The other video was like 3 years ago.
I appealed it 3 weeks ago. Still pending. It's still pending. No one's looked at it. No one's looked. I'm here and I'm coming back. I will come back, but they're going to have to, they will pay. So that's been ongoing. And do you know what? That happened on my birthday. I got a suspension.
Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Here you go.
Well, yeah, I have come back. I've come crawling back after 9 months of no activity. And it's none of your business. Turn around. Turn around. I've been gone for so long. They've actually unpartnered me. I'm not a YouTube partner anymore. And this is a very trying time, I won't lie. So I've come back to scrounge for some pennies. I've pleaded at the gates of Google and I've said, please give me your rusty coin. I mean, they don't pay anything. Google, like YouTube doesn't pay anything. It's ridiculous. It's honestly like 20p every 4 months. I'm not even joking. It's so small, unless you're Mr. Beast. So I get.
You have to keep making content, you dunderhead. Guys, I don't care what anyone says. If you look at the height of success as far as like which mediums to use, YouTube, you can make the most money. It's harder to get there. You know what I'm saying? But once you're there, you're making a lot of money on YouTube. Period.
Get nothing from this, but I sort of like, I'm at this point in my life where I sort of need those 20p's. A few things that have happened since you were last here. I'm selling my flat. Bye. Fuck knows how I'm going to sell this place. It's been on the market for 2 weeks now. Haven't heard a pipsqueak. Haven't heard a mouse sing. I don't know how I'm going to sell this flat. I have not the faintest clue because there is a bit of a mold problem, bit of a damp problem. Don't think you can put that on the listing. I mean, the previous owners, they just painted over it. They just painted over the mold in the corners. So, of course, when I came for my viewing 2 years ago, I was like, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Look at these lovely white walls. I should have always take a closer look at the walls.
Yeah. You should have had a guy come and check it out. Stupid. Look at that, guys.
Because there's something growing in my walls. To be honest, though, I'm probably going to paint over the mold. Because, like, that's what you do, isn't it, when you sell up? You pass the torch, or in this case, you pass the paintbrush of mold repelling paint on to the next owner, and, you know, you just get to work. So, you know, selling a house is... It served me really well. I've really loved living on my own. I'm a bit of a hermit, and I like it. I actually thrive on my own, I think.
Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
That being said, I'm ready to move in with another hermit in a bigger shell. I went to a vape shop to get my phone fixed a couple of weeks ago, and was
now she just yaks. Well, guys, here we go. Look at this. Are some people just not cut out to work 9 to 5? I've had a 9 to 5 job since the end of last August. I enjoyed it at first. It was a new environment, new people. I've never done this before, so my brain and body weren't used to it. Almost 6 months later, I feel like it's killing me. I'm always so tired and miserable. I come home, play some games, or listen to music. Please. What's wrong with people? 9 to 5, Monday to Friday sounds horrendous. What? Look at these knuckleheads. Here we go. Unpopular opinion. Working a 9 to 5 job isn't a hell on earth that I've seen people claiming it is. So someone has some sense. Look at that. Oh, well, look at this. This guy says, I've noticed a trend amongst both the people that I know who work office jobs as well as on here. This idea that working 9 to 5 is literal hell. Here we go, guys. Let's look at the jobs he's had before. Working as a kitchen manager. I worked at least 40 hours standing in a 45 degrees Celsius kitchen with no air conditioning, no ventilation other than smoke extracting fans, wearing fire, grease-proof pants, an apron, grease-proof boots, and gloves. I also spent an additional 15 to 20 hours a week prepping, cleaning, ordering ingredients, having meetings, fixing ish that broke, rostering shifts, and dealing with incident reports, as well as being a pseudo-accountant for the owner. I know many other kitchen workers whose lives are unbelievably hard. When I was a driller's offsider, that was close to hell. So those you guys who don't know, being an RC driller's offsider entails your standard uniform is long HIVIS pants, a long sleeve shirt, thick gloves, thick socks, steel toe boots, a neck sleeve, safety glasses, and a hard hat. You're working in 50 plus Celsius heat in the middle of the West Australian desert for 12 to 14 hours per day for between 2 to 4 weeks in a row with a week or two off rotation. In the winter, it's 5 to 10 degrees ish. So the job at most basic is sprinting back and forth, organizing, carrying 30 to 70 kilogram bags of dirt and mud all day. So you work with drug addicts, ex-felons, and people with low IQs. Every day is waking up at 3:30 a.m. and then being back to camp by 5. So yeah, guys, I would think that to him working office jobs is pretty easy, right?
Right.
Then he work at a bartender. It's a bartender. I spend 40 hours a week living in the nighttime. Most people don't believe how bad the sleep schedule is for the average bartender. I sleep during the day, even on my days off. I probably slept 40 hours a week. I've been in fights, called the police at least once a week. I've been threatened with needles, seen people glassed, been harassed, essayed multiple times. I once had to help a 13-year-old girl who was drugged and nearly essayed. Call the ambulance. Call the ambos. They call ambulances ambos. And her parents. I'm not trying to post about how tough I am or how hard my life is. I'm trying to understand why people think that the 9 to 5 work is difficult. So the friends that I have who are in entry-level jobs get paid $75,000 a year to sit in air-conditioned offices and will wake up at a gorgeous 6 to 7 a.m. and have regular schedules, which I'm unbelievably envious of, and have weekends free. So many that I know get paid half that and work just as hard, if not harder. From my point of view, the 9 to 5 life is a dream. I know a lot of people who deeply envy this. It's not hell. And to many that I know, it seems like paradise. Look at that. Look at that. And of course, people came after him, and he had to somewhat apologize. But sometimes I would know just about every person. So I know that every person on this planet would rather work in an office bored out of their mind than work at a cobalt mine and be drafted into a war. Look at that, man. Guys, what a joke. What a joke. You guys know that the majority of this is women complaining. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Here you go.
I'm only 2 years into working my 9 to 5 job, and this is awful. So you're telling me I'm having the Sunday scaries every week to dread 5 days of my life, to then be rewarded with a little thrill on Friday, but then be so tired from working that I pass out at like 10 p.m. Live for Saturdays, love them, but really that is only one full day of fun, because Sunday, I have a great Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon rolls around and I have the Sunday scaries and I'm dreading my life for the next 5 days. I went to college for 4 years to be stuck in this cycle. What No, 2 years is enough. So I'm on TikTok and I'll be promoting products and
There
posting
you go.
my way out of this god awful cycle. I cannot settle for a life of dread, especially if they want us to retire at 70 now. No, I'm gonna be using the internet because I see people making a fuck ton of money on here, and you can be making a fuck ton of money by creating digital products, selling those, and then promoting products that you didn't even make.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Digital marketing products. What a joke. What an absolute joke.
So yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm going to be doing to get me out of this god awful cycle.
And you are an idiot, right? Here you go.
Listen, I remind myself every day that this 9 to 5 is not my everything. So let me remind you, this 9 to 5 is not your everything. Make sure you're doing something either before work or after work that's solely just for you. Okay? As someone that works in HR, let me just tell you, they're going to be really, really quick to get rid of you if they don't need you anymore. They don't care about you. Take it from someone that works in HR. Okay, prioritize yourself. Prioritize your health. Look, I'm just here to pay the bills. Everything else, for me only. Okay? Listen, I remind myself every
Look at that, guys. Right? Look at that. Guys, she's filming inside of her workplace. And guys, she's setting up her camera too, each time. Guys, every time she goes anywhere, she has to keep setting her camera up. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Think about the hubris, the narcissism. Why would she? Why do people post stuff like this? Why? Nobody cares. What are you talking? Who watches this other than to mock it like we do? Colin, what do you think she does for this company?
Marketing.
Yep, marketing. Yep. What a joke.
Yeah,
what an
seriously.
absolute mess.
All we saw right there was zero work getting done. All I gotta say is, what the shit is going on with this?
Yeah. Yep. Hold on. There's one more thing that I was gonna. What's this? Sorry, guys. Come on, guys.
Broke this story. He joins us. Well, Utah judge is now facing bipartisan calls for his resignation. This over comments the judge made during a recent sentencing that were first brought to light by KSL. News specialist Daniel Woodger first broke this story. He joins us now with this exclusive update. Daniel, what did you find out?
Well, Debbie, in this letter here that we obtained, the top Republican and Democrat in the House of Representatives say the judge's comments in this case were unacceptable. They also criticized the Utah State Court's response to this entire controversy.
The more I talk about it, the more it upsets me.
House Speaker Mike Schultz isn't happy with Judge Don Torgerson, who last month sentenced 22-year-old Aiden Hoffman in Grand County for 2 felonies. Court documents say Hoffman possessed and distributed multiple images of children being raped and sexually abused.
Damn.
At the sentencing, Torgerson decided Hoffman would serve no additional time behind bars and pay no fine while being put on probation for 4 years. Schultz called that a slap on the wrist.
Whoa! I think they need to check that judge's computer, right, guys?
Yeah.
I just clicked on this story, just randomly. What is going on here?
But what was really concerning to me was the comments that this judge made during the sentencing hearing.
He's referring to what Torgerson said to Hoffman about the nearly 4 months he had already spent in jail.
112 days is a lot of jail time. It's a lot of jail time for someone your age who comes from some level of privilege.
The judge also said this after viewing 2 videos Hoffman possessed showing children being raped and abused.
I did defense work. I've seen worse.
That's not
Whoa! Look at that! Guys, what is going on? How did we end up here? Sorry, guys. I just clicked on something random, and here we are. This fool is just what? Guys, look at this. Yeah. JD says fire the judge, man.
Yeah.
Fire the judge, yeah.
That's horrific. Even if the judge had seen worse, you don't say that in the court. You don't say that in front of the defendant.
Schultz says Torgerson should have apologized. Instead, the court put out a statement defending the judge and criticizing KSL's reporting. The court claimed the plea agreement spared Hoffman from more time behind bars, but Schultz points out that's not what it said. It gave the prosecutor the right to argue for prison, which he did.
And so, you add all those things together and we have a problem here.
Schultz is not alone in feeling this way. The top Democrat in the House, Minority Leader Angela Romero, is also calling for Torgerson to step down and for the judiciary to investigate. In a joint letter, she and Schultz call the judge's comments flat out unacceptable, showing an alarming lack of judgment.
I just felt like it was an important message for us to send to that judge, to think about the words and the power he has and the impact it has on victims of sexual assault, child sex abuse.
But Torgerson remains on the bench. The House Speaker is now putting together a group of lawmakers to consider the next steps.
Here you go, guys.
Damn.
A Colorado woman who used a fake PhD to work as an expert in family custody cases all across our state is going to prison.
So, guys, there was guys out there trying to argue to get custody of their kids, and some knucklehead was lying about her qualification. It's bad enough that she's a woman taking part in this process anyways, but she's unqualified. And she took part in multiple cases. Multiple!
The court sentenced Shane McShane to 4 years in the Department of Corrections this afternoon. One of the fathers she worked with uncovered her fake credentials. He spoke with your investigator, Karen Morfitt, earlier this year and again this afternoon following that sentence. Karen joins us in studio here tonight.
And Karen, understandably, he says he's feeling relieved.
Yeah, feeling relieved that someone listened to his concerns.
Zero.
Concerns that he raised desperate to save his own children. It was his digging that uncovered years of lies.
That's a strange looking woman, right? Like her whole face is just crooked. It's off the one side. You know what I'm saying? It's a strange looking chick.
Shannon McShane worked as a family evaluator in courts across Colorado. She also spent several years at the Colorado State Mental Health Hospital and counseled inmates while working for the Colorado Department of Corrections. McShane worked on Chad Cullum's custody case, and concerns about her professionalism prompted his complaint. He then discovered her PhD from a university in London was fake. The judge today said McShane used those lies to infiltrate Colorado's justice system, and the impact to public trust cannot be overstated.
The audacity, the gall, right? Guys, I told you these 304s are demons. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Demons, man. Dante, what's up, dude? Kevin, how's it going?
Cullum hopes today's outcome sends a strong message to anyone trying to take shortcuts.
This really sets an example to them. It shows them that if they get caught, they're not just going to walk away and start a new career somewhere. They will actually be held accountable. And hopefully that prevents further corruption and issues like this.
McShane pleaded guilty to perjury, influencing a public servant, and retaliation of a witness. Back in April, in a statement to the court today, McShane apologized to Cullum directly and told the court she lost her mind. She was removed from the courtroom in handcuffs and will immediately start serving that 4-year sentence.
Yeah, so
Damn, look at that, guys.
$400,000 for Miss Severance Lopez.
The estranged wife of a suspended Osceola County sheriff shocked when the judge tells her she's not walking out of jail very easily.
Robin Lopez is accused of being involved in an illegal gambling operation that was allegedly run by her estranged husband. Thanks for joining us. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. She's now facing a first-degree felony for conspiracy to invest proceeds from racketeering. Got a live look right now at the Lake County Jail where that couple is being held.
How much meth or Bolivian marching powder do these two snort? You know what I'm saying?
He's been there over 2 weeks at this point, and he's being held on a $1 million bond. He faces charges of racketeering and conspiracy to commit racketeering. Fox 35's Marie Ettinger live outside the jail once again today. So, Marie, the look on her face when the judge said bond showed that she was not anticipating a bond that high.
She can get it. You know, she's like 7, 8, 9 years past the wall. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I keep the lights on, you know what I'm saying?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
Right, yeah, but you still gotta tell your name is Snowboard, you know?
Yeah, snowboards everywhere, man.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
For a $50,000 bond and had spent a long time arguing in favor of that, but the judge set it at $400,000. The state argued that it needed to be that high to ensure that she would show up for her future court proceedings. The state also said she'll have to prove the source of that money if she's going to use it for bail. The state says they have witness testimony, bank records, text messages, email correspondence, and more to prove their case against 50-year-old Robin Severance Lopez.
She helped to facilitate the movement of illicit money and receipt of illicit payments from other co-conspirators to Lopez, which is believed to have reached to be at least $600,000 to $700,000.
Severance Lopez claims to have $123,000 in the bank and a net monthly income of $1,300 from a part-time job. But when she was arrested, she was caught with 2 bank slips totaling almost $180,000 deposited shortly after her husband's arrest.
Since the beginning of this conspiracy through even today's date, the defendant has had access to large amounts of cash, including deposits, withdrawals, and acquisitions that far exceed her legitimate employment, business, or retirement income.
The Osceola County Sheriff's Office confirmed Severance Lopez did used to work for them. She starts popping up in the court record as a deputy in 2003, and she starts signing her name R. Lopez after she and Marcos Lopez got married in 2007. The last ticket she gave as a deputy was in January of 2014. Federal court records show she filed for disability 6 months later, but was denied.
The state admits that she has been separated from Mr. Marcos Lopez since at least 2019.
Her husband, who was also a deputy at the time, ran for sheriff in 2016 and lost. Tried again in 2020 and won, but the two were already separated by that time. They officially filed for divorce in 2023. That's still pending. Despite their separation, the state says Severance Lopez was trying to help her estranged husband pay his $1 million bail. Here's how her attorney explains that.
The reality of that is that they have a child together and they are co-parents. They are
people fight against.
Cooked, guys, cooked. Crime doesn't pay. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Who are these idiots?
Happening today, the felony arraignment for an alleged co-conspirator involved in a local gambling ring case.
This is the case that involves suspended Osceola
Where did they get these post-wall broads, man? What's going on in
County
Orlando?
Sheriff Marcos Lopez. Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie is live from Lake County this morning. She is the very latest, and the reason you're...
Oh, that's no fun, bro. All right, you guys, we're at the hour-and-a-half mark. Appreciate you guys for being here, guys. Thursday, guys, we will be live, and guys, I'm filming the
The Fox Carolina investigates three.
Yes, guys. Here. I am filming the 4th of July special, guys. All these 304s who hate America but won't leave. Guys, watch this. So I started this one. Watch.
3 years after a woman was robbed in Atlanta, and she claims the money that was stolen from her has been held by Greenville police.
Yeah.
She's been fighting for years to get that money back, and Scotty Hunter is following the money as her fight continues.
Guys, this happens all the time. All the time. The civil assets forfeiture happens all the time. As you'll be shocked at how many perfectly decent people, and not this broad, but you'll get pulled over. You'll have money. They'll seize it. There'll be something happening near your house or near your car. They'll search your car and just take your money.
Tamia Semzerbi says she's locked in a legal fight she never thought she'd face. I'm losing in the end because it's like I'm doing all of this. I'm going through all of this for no reason. She filed a lawsuit back in April, 3 years after she claimed she was beaten and robbed in Atlanta. The men were arrested here in Greenville, and thousands of dollars of her money was then put into lockup at the Greenville police.
Guys, how much you want to bet there's a whole bunch of ones in there?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at, hoeing.
Police department. Do you feel like you're being victimized again?
Look at this guy. Hey. Homeboy, you're going to be on TV, bro. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at this guy.
By the police department. Yes, because it's like, what is y'all issue? Because why won't y'all just give the money back to me? Fox Carolina legal analyst Grant Varner says if you're watching this, the same thing can happen to you.
That's what I'm saying,
It
guys.
absolutely could. And it's not just with cash, it's with anything you own.
No.
Any kind of high value item. You could find yourself having to spend money to recover your own property.
Isn't that
and that is
crazy?
almost always the case. Now, if it was a vehicle, your insurance may help cover or offset some of the costs. But with smaller personal items or cash, there's no insurance coverage available typically to assist in that process. And it falls on you, the property owner, to bear the expense to recover your property very often.
In fact, it happens so often, Varner says county law enforcement agencies will often host auctions filled with items people either don't want to or can't afford to recover.
I've been in their shoes and it was maddening to me. But it's unfortunately, it is what it is.
In this case, Semzerbi says she's tried over and over again to get the money back from the Greenville Police Department with no luck. After several calls and even stopping by the department, she says she was finally told her only option would be to go before a judge and get a court order. All they're doing is sending me out with a little card, phone numbers on the back. I'm calling. It's hard to reach out. I have to wait days later to get a phone call. Their final solution was file a civil suit. And then when I filed a civil suit, then what? She filed this lawsuit, and the Greenville Police Department had 30 days to file a response in court. So far, the agency has not responded. When Fox Carolina first started asking questions about the money more than a month ago, a spokesperson with the Greenville Police Department said they would not comment on the case because of the active lawsuit.
The city of Greenville is trying to cover their rear end, protect the taxpayers, and unfortunately for Ms. Semzerbi, she's going to have to take action to recover those funds.
Varner calls the case complex. He says the big problem Semzerbi might face is to prove the money actually belongs to her.
There you go. There you go. Not only that it belongs to you, but that you didn't get it through nefarious purposes. Absolutely insane.
Cash does have a serial number. Every dollar, every 5, 10, 20, 100 has a serial number, okay? But how many people do you know that write down the serial numbers of something they use daily? No one's tracking those serial numbers, right? And even if you did, there's no real, let's call it a chain of custody to show from the bank to your hand how this money got to you.
Sim Zerby tells me the men pleaded guilty in the case back in 2023, and she thought she would get her money back then, but she's still waiting. And on top of that, the longer she fights this in court, the less money she'll actually get back.
With legal fees and trying to get the court involved, now she's going to be losing out on some of the money that originally she says was stolen from her.
I sympathize with her in that aspect. I do not think it's fair that she is going to be penalized.
So the case is already over, bro. So they don't need the evidence anymore. Guys, this happens all the time. Because so there was a case of the city. And this Nigerian businessman, he had just sold the business. And they pulled him over, and he had like $300,000 on him. And they took his money because they pulled him over. So he got a bunch of lawyers, and guys, he said, "I want to make this city's life a living hell." This town, guys, he spent so much more than he actually owed, and guys, it got to the point to where he had used so many city resources that they gave him his money back plus extra and apologized. And they were like, "Well, don't you feel dumb because you spent more money?" And the guy goes, "It's the principle. You can't just do this to people. They mess with the wrong guy, and they're gonna think twice before they pull over some random person and take their money."
Trying to recover her funds, right? And it opens a lot of other, the door to a lot of other questions.
We'll of course continue to follow this one and let you know what.
Come on, bro. Can you get a treadmill, dude? Dog, what are you doing, bro? You're on the news. You're on TV. What are you doing? But all right, you guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. I appreciate you guys calling. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.